Welcome back to Sahara TV, Everything Africa. A couple of weeks ago, we brought you the rather touching story of three siblings in northern Ghana who are suffering from a strange skin condition, and how the efforts of a retired American nurse who wanted to help them was frustrated by the government of Ghana. Since airing that story, however, we have received a flurry of requests for a rebuttal from persons claiming that the story, as told by McGowan, the retired nurse, is inaccurate. As a follow-up to the story thus, we have invited a few of such persons to present their own version of the story. First off, we have on the line Miss Christine Loggin from Oregon, who claims she worked with Miss McGowan and knows a thing or two about her operations. We also have Kwame Esrifi, who will be speaking on behalf of his wife, I should say, about issues connected with Miss McGowan and her activities in Ghana. First, though, let's go to, before we go there, though, let me put on record that Miss McGowan refused a request to appear on this platform to speak in defense of whatever may come up in this interview. She also made a correction that the kids are actually suffering from the disease that they're suffering from is called ichthyosis. Pardon me if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Ichthyosis or ichthyosis, something like that, and not dermatitis, as earlier reported. Anyways, thank you very much for making time, Christine Loggins, and welcome to Sahara TV. Let's start with you.
Thank you.
Okay. Can I ask you first, though? You claim that you worked with Miss McGowan, but she totally denies that she knows you from anywhere at all. Can you tell us where you know or how you know Miss McGowan?
Sure. I am a Facebook user, and a few years ago, Michelle and I became friends. How we became friends, I do not know. However, she was aware, I think she wanted to warn me about the people in Ghana because I was trying to get in to understand Ghana and how its economy worked so I could do business with the people. When we became friends, we've been friends for a few years on Facebook only. We only knew each other through Facebook. She contacted me on just before Thanksgiving of last year, of 2013, and asked if I would like to go to Africa with her, specifically Ghana, to help care for 3 children who had, I can't even say it. You were trying to and I can't. I'm not even going to try. It is a form of dermatitis, so you're not too far off on your diagnosis there, saying it's dermatitis. It is a form of dermatitis.
Okay.
And psoriasis, really. Okay, so anyways, I agreed, yes, I would go with her and help her within whatever capacity she needed. I felt it would be a good experience for me to experience the country before I try and do business with the country myself. I flew to Colorado just after Thanksgiving. Michelle paid for my ticket to get to her, and I flew to Colorado, and she picked me up at the airport, and I spent 11 days with her, living with her, and working for her for the monies that would earn me my airfare to Ghana. I don't know what happened. Somehow or another, on the 11th day, she decided that she didn't want me going with her, so she created a scene and threw me out of her house, literally had me wanting out of her house. And I did contact her mother. Her mother came and got me and took me to the airport, and I managed to make it back home.
So that's how you know Miss McGowan?
Yes, that is.
Okay, I'll come back to you in a minute. But before that, let me go to Kwame Esrifi, who is speaking on behalf of his wife for legal reasons. First of all, Kwame, can I ask you there's a case pending in court, for which reason you are quite careful about what you want to say, what your wife wants to say, etc. But I understand that you have sued Miss McGowan. What did you sue her for?
No, I can't mention to that extent. And the reason why I came on the show to talk to you is to clear the air about the way Ms. McGowan is going about disgracing the Ghanaian government and we as the people of Ghanaians.
Okay, so what?
That's my concern. That's why I want to come on
Okay,
the air
so
and make sure that
share your thoughts. What exactly do you mean when you say she's going around disgracing Ghanaians and all of that?
Well, the case in point about these children that caused Mrs. McGowan to go to Ghana first was posted in YouTube. And when she saw that, she started talking about the kids through Facebook and started raising some funds. So I actually sent a PayPal account to my wife to raise funds. So I don't know what happened, and she went to Ghana and went to the village where the kids reside. Was able to rent some homes for the kids, apparently in Accra. What happened, I can't really tell you, but before we realized Michelle was locked up in Ghana because the family of these children didn't seem interested in Michelle taking care of them anymore. So it was them who consulted the police and get the police involved.
Hang on a minute. You're saying that Michelle was picked up because the parents or the family of the kids that she went there to take care of are the ones who reported her to the police?
Yes, there was an incident concerning money or how many accounts were created because if you remember from the interview you had with her a couple of days back, she said one renowned footballer, Adebayo,
Yep.
Spoke to her and was trying to help out. So the family thought she had already received the money and they were coming to her to get some of the money, but Adebayo really didn't give her any money. So the family of the kids requested that Michelle declare all the funds she had received through this foundation for the children. And I understand she had several accounts set up, and the people did not like the way she was managing the account. So they said, you know what, enough of this. We don't want anything to do with this. So how she was locked up, it has to be something that she needs to explain why she was locked up. So it has nothing to do with the Ghanaian government or people in Ghana, rather than going about talking about, the Ghanaian government and some a journalist was fired because why would a journalist be fired if this journalist is helping out raise funds for the kids?
That's the multi-million-dollar question. But I want us at this point to concentrate on what exactly you mean when you say that she was disgracing the people of Ghana and all of that.
Okay, when she came, apart from the interview you had with her, Michelle has been going around posting things on Facebook that the Ghanaian government is preventing her from doing her job. This case has nothing to do with the Ghanaian government. If anything,
well, she was picked up, according to her account, on the express instructions of the Minister for Gender and Social Children, Gender, Social and Children, Gender, Children and Social Protection. That is part of the government.
Well, because she was reported by the family of these kids.
Okay, all right.
So
that's what you mean when you say she was disgracing Ghanaians.
Right, because it wasn't the Ghanaian government that came. Michelle has been going to Ghana for years and doing whatever she does in Ghana. There hasn't been any day that the Ghanaian government or the people of Ghana has intended or made any harassment towards Michelle.
You seem to know her quite well. Do you know her personally?
Personally, no. I just have been following the case through Facebook because.
Okay. So how do you know that she's been going to Ghana and has never been arrested if you don't know her personally?
she's been posting it on Facebook.
Okay, good. All right, let me go to Kristen at this point. Kristen, so Michelle threw you out of her house, and
Right.
then what happened after that?
Well, she
You
told
first of all, let me ask you though. You find inaccuracies in the story that she told on this same platform a couple of weeks ago. What
Correct.
did she say that you found inaccurate?
She made one statement that raised my alarm bells. She said she has a nursing background. No, she does not. She never graduated from nursing school. She dropped out. She has no medical background whatsoever beyond what the few months or maybe a year of school that she did attend. Other than that, she has no nursing degree, no nursing certificate. She is not a nurse, never has been, nor does she have a background of nursing.
That's all. That's the only thing that you found inaccurate in her.
Well, that and I'm not happy with the way that she accuses the Ghanaian government of trying to bring her down. I believe the Ghanaian government is very smart, is very wise, and did a thorough investigation, and that is the why she was deported out of there. But you have to understand, she went to Ghana 2 months prior to this last incident and was also arrested. This was not the first time she was arrested for being there.
Now, Christine, my gut feeling, or that of anybody listening, would definitely be that this is an issue of sour grapes. You have an axe to grind with Michelle, which is why you.
I have no axe to grind with Michelle. In fact, I'm going to come to her defense for just a moment. I do believe that she did have good intentions for these children, but they were more for her glory. Otherwise, she would have taken the proper avenue and outlets to help these children proper. But I will tell you the one thing about this accusation of several offshore accounts. First off, she lives in the USA. So when she's in the USA, if she was in Ghana, yeah, those accounts will be offshore. She also, here in America, we can have bank accounts with our children's name on them and for our children, savings accounts and checking accounts for our children. We also are on our minor children's accounts. You could have been seeing accounts that are listed for her children. But again, if you don't know how she's moving the money, I can see where the Ghana government would say she has offshore accounts, many offshore accounts. Her name is on many. Some of them do belong to her children.
So, in your estimation, what exactly did she do wrong? What did she do wrong in this whole scheme of things?
Well, she did not take the proper avenues to work with the government of Ghana for these children. She is in it for self-glory. She specifically told me she felt Ghana owed her an homage for all she does for Ghana. She also specifically told me that the doctors don't know anything over there, that she knows more than them, and she could help everyone over there better than anyone else. This is her motto. I'm telling you, I lived with the woman for 11 days. The things you find out when you live under the same roof with someone. Hush. I have no axe to grind with her. I think she has very good intentions, but they're highly misguided. Highly misguided. And the fact that she would lie about her background, her medical background, is scary.
I see. Okay, let me come back to you for a second, Kwame.
Okay.
I think I might have interrupted you when you were talking about how you feel he's disgracing. I mean, she is disgracing Ghanaians. Isn't it logical though that someone who's trying to do some work and is hindered will have a bit of anger, so to speak? Isn't it only natural?
Yeah, it is. But the point is, I mean, we all live in the United States, and if you go to a country to help and they say they don't want the help, I don't see why you should be going around, speaking bad about the country. First of all, even on the interview, she made mention of the FBI and the State Department is investigating the whole thing. I mean, why would the United States government, in this moment where they're cutting back on everything, but investigating such a case. What is the right in it for them to investigate? First of all, you left Ghana, whether you jumped bail, because the last thing I knew, she was arrested. Whether she was bailed or she jumped bail or however she got back here, you should be okay. But why would you still go around saying stuff like the FBI, the State Department is investigating? Why would they investigate this?
I mean, she's a citizen of the United States. If any citizen of the United States gets into any situation outside its shores, especially concerning the issues that she raised about sexual harassment and all of that, I believe the government would definitely investigate. But that said, no.
No, it's not. It's not serious enough. She has to kill somebody in Ghana before the government will investigate.
No, Christine, this is an issue where, according to her, it's rather unfortunate that she refused to come on this platform, because I would have loved for her to respond to some of these things. But the point is that if she was truly sexually harassed, I believe that the United States government would have an interest in that issue. But let's move on. Let's move on from there.
Kwesi,
Yes, sir.
Kwesi, I have something to say. I mean, we're trying to establish credibility here.
Yeah.
Okay. Throughout all her interviews, even the one she had in Ghana, she's been saying she's a nurse. Okay. So somebody whose back is against the wall will say anything, and knowing that everybody's going to believe her, because first of all, she's going to have interviews and say what, as we speak right now, the interview she made with you about a week ago, she's posted out on Facebook and using that to raise more funds about the same case she's not allowed to see.
Yes, she is. I'll confirm that.
Okay.
So how do you get the credibility to say that, yes, somebody handled her when she was arrested?
Well, I was supposed to have the police PRO on this same platform, but the lines to Ghana are not our friends at this point. But again, let me ask you, Christine. The burden of proof is on you. I mean,
Yes, correct.
She has made her point. Nobody has refuted anything that she said. Now you are claiming certain things are inaccurate about what she said. The burden of proof definitely is on you.
Correct.
Do you have any proof to give us at all about what you're saying?
I do. I can't show you that proof. I can email you that proof if you would like. They're in the form of airline ticket receipts, credit card numbers that were used to purchase those airline tickets to get to her. Why she's denying she doesn't know me, I do not know. I do not want to... there is another person within Ghana that you can contact that will be more than happy to tell you about his meeting with her. He did meet her while she was arrested the first time she was there. He can also attest to what I'm saying to you, because he was physically there with her in Ghana when the first time she was arrested. She contacted me for help. I contacted people I know to try and have them try and help her. I talked to him today. He said if you need him, he will be more than happy to discuss with you.
Okay, I would have wished that you would give some kind of proof that we can all share, that our viewers can also...
All right. The only proof that I can do is she's telling me I do not know her mother. Her mother's name is Marty Bola.
Please don't mention her mother's name.
And just
Christine, please don't mention her mother's name. Don't mention her mother's name. If you want to send, we also have our website where we do stories like printed stories.
Sure.
So please send me whatever details or proof that you have, and then we can do a follow-up story on the website. But please don't mention her mother's name on this platform.
And I have given you that information. I have already sent you a copy of that conversation.
Yes, I've seen some of those, but because she's not here to respond to them, I just want to stay in the middle.
I don't know how to prove my association with her when she's not willing to even be on the platform. Part of this reason why I can assume she's not willing to be on this platform is because she's not willing to face these allegations. I'm sorry, but I don't know how.
Let me ask you a simple question. Would you say Michelle McGowan is a fraudster? Would you say that?
100% yes.
I second that too.
Kwame,
Yes, Kwesi.
would you say that?
I'll second that motion. I'll second that because the way she's been going, I mean, first of all, I mean, the career being a retired nurse alone, that would be one of the reasons why people in Ghana will at least give you access to see the patient. You know, so if you're telling us that you are a nurse and we say, oh, okay, she's a nurse, she knows what she's talking about, and you're not a nurse, then right there, that established the fact that being a fraudster, because you can't say you're a doctor and you're not a doctor. What are you?
Okay. All right. Finally, Christine, what would you advise? What would you say should be done to bring this thing to a closure? Because this issue has been going on for a while and everybody's fatigued, including myself. For the past week, I've been bombarded with too many text messages. How do we put this behind us?
My suggestion to you is to never allow her back into your country, to have those people who want to believe in her, are always going to believe in her, Kwesi. We can't stop that. But I think it would be wise if your people are alerted to who she really is. And there are more like her out there. And this is what your people need to be aware of, and look at the signs. They need to be willing to investigate people who claim they are who they are.
Okay.
We have the internet now. It's easy.
Okay. All right. Kwame, final words.
Okay, as Christine is saying, I mean, if she's a philanthropist, there got to be a registration and certification for all that things, you know, to be a philanthropist and to go outside and help. Secondly, she's trying to politicize the whole thing, making it an MPP, NDC issue. And that doesn't sit well with me as a concerned Ghanaian. So I want all Ghanaians involved to know not to just give money out, because these kids really need help. But don't give it to a fraudster who's going to use the money for something that has nothing to do with the children.
Okay. Thank you so much, Kwame Srifi and Christine Loggins, for coming on. I really do apologize that we could not raise Police PRO, DSP Freeman Tete to join us. We were billed to have him on the platform as well, but like I said, the lines are not really helping us too much at this point. Again, let me take this opportunity to express my anger, to say the least, about the way the government communicators in Ghana operate. It's shameful. You call a ministry and you have people hanging up on you and yelling at you and stuff like that. It is very shameful. You are in government because people have put their trust in you to communicate on behalf of the government. It doesn't make you better than anybody. You really do need to put your act together. Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, and Ministry of Information. That said, I want to say thank you for listening and keep watching SaharaTV, Everything Africa. More coming.